It's an image that has gripped the imagination of people, especially women worldwide, but it has also set off a furious debate back home. Muslim women in Islamic State of Iran have shunned the hijab. They are calling out it as regressive. But there are those in India who continue to glorify it as a veil of morality. In fact, they are trying to shroud their misogyny in a shroud of secularism by contending in the apex court against the hijab ban in schools and colleges. The advocate for the hijab, the girls who want to wear a hijab, Dushyant today asserted that hijab is a symbol of dignity. Women who wear it look dignified. But if you ask Iranian women, do they, on whom the hijab is being imposed, think of it as a mark of dignity? 22-year-old Mehsa Amini was killed by the hijab police. The reason, there was a bit of her hair showing under the hijab. Today, an elderly woman was shot in the head by Iranian police. What was her fault? She dared to raise her voice in anti-hijab protests. For these women, hijab is not a mark of dignity. It is the noose of regression that kills when you choose to not wear it. However, back home, Dushyant contends that it's a mark of dignity and respect. There are those outside who echo Dave as well, and they also add another spin. Listen in.
इंदिरा गांधी के सर पे पल्लो है, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया के सर पे पल्लो है, वो जो घूंघट उनके सर पे है वो भी क्या पीएफआई की साजिश है क्या? कुछ ना कुछ बोलते हैं आप। भाई भारत की संस्कृति है, सर पे पल्लो डालना, दुपट्टा डालना भारत की संस्कृति है, भारत का इतिहास है। कित्तूर चन्नम्मा के सर पे था, उसको तुम हिजाब बोलो, पल्लो बोलो, एक ही है।
In fact, now hear the voices of some young girls who do exercise their right to choose. They ask, why is their dress directly linked to their morality or dignity? Without a head covering, is a woman not dignified?
Veil or hijab, my clothes doesn't justify me. I am dignified.
I don't wear a pallu, neither do I wear an hijab. Yet, I'm dignified. I don't wear a pallu, neither do I wear a hijab. Yet, I'm dignified.
I don't need a pallu or a hijab to feel dignified. I feel dignified regardless.
I have never worn a hijab or a pallu, yet I am dignified.
I don't cover my head, but I am dignified.
I have never worn a hijab nor a veil, but I don't feel any less dignified. It's a choice, and let's leave it there.
Okay, joining us is Gargi Nandi Roy, political analyst, Feroz Bakht Ahmed, Chancellor at the Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Qamar Zaman Chaudhary, leader of the Congress, Syed Hasanul Haq, advocate and political analyst. Gargi Nandi Roy, I'll actually start with you because you're wearing a sari. You're also wearing a bindi. Many would say just like you wear a bindi and look dignified, a Muslim woman wants to wear her hijab and look dignified. That's pretty much the gist of the argument being made in the court right now. What would you say?
I think this comparison will not work. Firstly, here the Muslim women are not asked not to wear a hijab across the country, only in the classroom. So, Padmaja, institutions have rights. So the rights of the institutions must have primacy over individual rights. Like I personally, I went to a convent school. We never wore a bindi in my school. All my life we had to pray, my Father in heaven, holy be thy name. We never protested why we are doing this prayer. Then we were in Kolkata. If you know, in Kolkata, every school, Saraswati Puja is worshipped. We were not allowed because we were in a convent school. So those were the rules of an institution. So in a school, a uniform gives a uniformity among the students. Why do you want to differentiate between the girls? From the very first day, some girls will sit away from others because there is a differentiation. And secondly, this has nothing to do with my religion. This is my choice. I feel the way I look, I have a very typical Bengali look, I look good, so I dress like that. A Muslim woman can dress like that.
But hypothetically, would you be less dignified tomorrow, Gargi Nandi Roy, if you didn't wear your sari? Or if you didn't wear your bindi? Would you cease to be dignified?
No, I do wear jeans, I do wear other costumes. Yes, when I come for television, when I go for a class, I wear. That is my choice. So, and one more thing, they are saying it's a religion. I am not an Islamic scholar, but whatever I know about the traits of the religion, it is the Iman, Hajj, Roza, Namaz and Zakat. Firoz Bakhsh is there, he will be telling you,
Yeah.
those are the 5 essential things. Hijab is not.
You know,
both men
just a
and
second,
women
let's
in
not
Islam are
even go
supposed to
into the
dress
essentiality and try and interpret anyone's religion. There was a very basic thing. Who would have thought that in 21st century India, there would actually be an argument made, Qamar Zaman
Right.
Chaudhary, that women look dignified with their head covered. It is like we came 10 steps ahead and we have jumped back 100 steps backwards in order to try and justify the hijab. Now people are saying in Supreme Court, even Hindu women look better with their head covered. Why? What does dignity have to do with your head being covered?
Padmaja, it's a simple question of how you look at a particular issue. In this case, the entire issue should not have reached the Supreme Court in the first place. We are a secular democratic republic.
Sir, answer my
Come on,
simple
we are not
question.
a-
Let's not
I'm
go around
answering
in
it.
circles
Let me-
because this is
let
a
me-
very
no, no.
wide-ranging and complex debate.
Padmaja,
I have a
we are
simple
we are a
question to
secular
you.
country.
How
We are a
is a
secular
woman's
country. We are
dignity
not a banana
linked
republic.
to her
One
head being
section of the
covered?
people-
Whether Hindu or Muslim?
We are not.
How?
We are not a
Padmaja, they
banana
always change the
republic. That
goalposts.
people like Gargi Roy will try to impose their beliefs that a woman is regressive.
Sir, I am asking you a simple question. Let me, you know, you have the privilege, sir, of being a man. So first of all, you can sit here and tell women what makes them look dignified. I, for one, tomorrow might think that you need to have your head covered, otherwise it doesn't look dignified. But I do not arrogate that right unto myself. Why should someone tell women that dignity comes with covering your head? No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You know, many wars have been fought on this issue altogether. We know how the Mahabharata
did not
was even
choose
done,
that.
was fought in India because of this. When you speak about dignity of women in India is always ki sari pallu pe. That is the culture that India.
No, it is not. That is the whole problem. Please don't try and voice your idea of culture. I am not wearing a sari. I haven't covered my head. I am as dignified as any other woman who is.
Exactly.
You realize what you're saying? You have just on your own decided this is India's culture where a woman's pallu is on her head. No. No. It is not our culture.
Padmaja, it may not be your culture, but a particular community.
It is not my country's culture. It is not the culture of the country I have grown up in,
Let me
sir.
ask you one simple question,
the women
please.
did not
If you
choose,
don't mind.
it was imposed upon them.
If you don't mind, let me just ask you one simple question. People like Gargi, they go to convent schools, but they're the nuns
Why
out there, the
you become
sisters out
personal,
there,
yeah. Come
they
on.
wear their what do you call this, their headscarf on that. Is that against the constitution? Is that against the religion?
Sir,
Is it against
I
the
am not
Indian
even
cause?
going in.
People of
Firoz
India
Bakhsh
have got a
Ahmed,
right to
because
wear.
you know, I want to come to you. I want to come to you because you are yourself heading a university. Isn't this opening up a Pandora's box that in trying to rationalize the hijab, now we have linked women's dignity. First, it was about modesty. It was argued in the Karnataka High Court. You would be shocked to learn, and it wasn't spoken of enough, that it was said that hijab is about modesty, implying that if a woman doesn't wear hijab, she is an immodest, hence a bad woman. You have given her the choice of either wearing the hijab or being a bad woman.
Now, look here, Padmaja, I have heard both my learned friends, co-panelists, Gargi Nandi as well as Chaudhary Saab also. You see, let me tell you one thing, you know, as far as, first of all, let me salute all the women of Iran who are on the roads, who have burned their hijab and who are showing it to the government that now we are out of it. Because, you know, hijab, I mean, you were just saying in the beginning that forget about essentiality, it is not the principal and essential part of Islam, like the 5 tenets or pillars of Islam. Now, having said that, let me tell you one thing. Fatima Bibi was the first Muslim judge of our country. Now, she used to wear hijab everywhere. But when she used to come to the court, and she was just like you, right? You might be wearing pallu or hijab maybe in your home or somewhere else, but she never wore hijab while she used to sit on the seat of judgment and she used to, decide cases. So this is what it is. It is, no man Muslim or Hindu or any from any faith, has the right in the world to tell a woman, you should wear this, you should not wear this, you should eat this, you should not eat this, you should work here, you should not work here, or you should read this or you should not read. Like any man, a woman from any religion, from any faith, is the master or mistress maybe of her own life. So you are no one to say that more of dignity is given to a woman when she puts on a pallu or she wears a hijab. Hijab, let me tell you, hijab is more bothersome. When Sania Mirza was playing tennis in Hyderabad, there was a very unfortunate fatwa against her. She should actually, you know, play this game by wearing a burqa. I mean, we should not go to... That is the problem,
and
that
Sania
people
Mirza
make fun of Islam.
As dignified, an athlete and a woman, as anyone who walked the earth. Yes,
just 5 more seconds, Padmaja. I request your summation. Now, having said all these things, let me tell you one thing. Let us not indulge in all these things, because Islam and Muslims, they come under scanner. Islam is a religion which equates a mother, a woman, and says that the heaven lies under the feet of mother, of a woman. And what is being done in a country to help, I should not use very strong words, but down with Iran, down with the moral police of Iran. Nobody should indulge in any kind of didacticism or moral policing when it comes to women anywhere in the world, whether in India or Iran or any part of nook and cranny of the universe.
You hit the nail on the head, because when people say, why are you equating what's happening in Iran with what's happening in India, it is fundamentalists who are at work in both places. Yes, India is not an Islamic state, but unfortunately the fundamentalists here are trying to suppress women just like they are doing it in Iran, except that it is state fundamentalism in Iran, and here it is a bunch of people who are trying to pass it off as choice. Qamar Zaman Chaudhary respond, then I'll go to Syed Hasanul Haq. Yes. Fundamentalists, same in both countries. Same ideas, same fundamentalism.
You have compared both the countries, Iran to India. It's very correct. But the conclusion that you have drawn out here is very, very wrong. Why I say this? Iran, there is a protest, there is an uprising against the fundamentalist administration which was trying to impose hijab.
And it is the same fundamentalist in India.
No.
Yes, sir, it is the same fundamentalist in India. To link a hijab to a woman's modesty and dignity is as fundamentalist as it gets. The idea is the same.
That is the
idea is the same, sir. Let us not be in denial about it. The fundamentalism is the same. When somebody stands in court and says, I am sorry, this court cannot interpret my religion because that would amount to blasphemy. That's fundamentalism. When somebody stands in court and says that a woman is required to lower her gaze and hide her charms, it's fundamentalism. And the idea and the effect it has on women is the same everywhere.
Qamar Zaman Sahab, a very quick reflection on this. Let me tell you one thing, let me not pontificate on this point. Listen to me. Each and every institution has a dress code. Now the school or college where these 96 girls actually attend their classes, only 6 of them said, we want to study with hijab. 90%, a majority of them did not want to wear hijab. I mean, hijab or maybe Pagadi might be there, because Pagadi actually of our Sikh brethren is the essential part of their religion. Hijab is not. So these poor girls, there was this nara, this slogan was there, no hijab, no kitab. Now all those girls are ruining, they have spited their future, and these girls are the ones who are appearing for NEET and many other examinations. These girls will be, these girls will fulfill the dream of Prime Minister, the dream country of Mr. Modi, when he says, now we will have Fatima Biwis, the judges, we will have pilots, we will have so many players, we'll have all in all walks of life, whether these are professors, engineers, whosoever. So if you will say wear hijab, if you will radicalize, politicize, then the country cannot go ahead. If Muslim girls will get left behind, just 2 seconds, then country will not become the dream country of what our Prime Minister
Syed
Mr. Modi wants.
Syed Hasanul Haq, this is basically moral policing masquerading as choice. Before you come in, Gargi Nandi Roy, quick word from Hasanul Haq and then I'll come back to you. Yes. This is moral policing.
शुक्रिया पद्मजा जी।
कुछ
दिन पहले आप ही के एक एंकर ने शुरुआत ओपनिंग लाइन अपनी इस ओपनिंग लाइन शुरू की थी, अ प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम अंटिल समवन चूजेस टू मेक इट वन। आप प्रॉब्लम है समझने की जरूरत, आवश्यकता यहाँ ये है, यहाँ इशू हिजाब नहीं है, यहाँ इशू है राइट टू चूज है। यहाँ इशू मुद्दे की बात सबसे अहम ये है, कुरान में अल्लाह ने कहा है, इस्लाम में दीन में कहा गया है, लकुम ये है
लाइक रहा फिद्दीन,
लाइक रहा फिद्दीन कहा गया है। देयर इज नो कंपल्सन
के मामले में जबरदस्ती नहीं।
आप बिल्कुल, आपने कहा, आपने अपनी बातें सुनी, बहुत अच्छे से आप रख रहे थे, मैं सुन रहा था बहुत खामोशी से, आप भी सुनेंगे मुझे लगता है। मैं जहां का रहने वाला हूं, मिथिलांचल बिहार का रहने वाला हूं, यहाँ हमारे यहाँ भैंसुर जिसको यानी कि अपने पति के बड़े भाई से बात करने पे जेठ जिसको कहते हैं, वहां उनका नाम नहीं लिया जा सकता, घूंघट रखी जाती है। जैसा आके आज ने कहा था, दुष्यंत जी ने कहा था, यहाँ घूंघट रखा जाता है हमारे यहाँ। यहाँ क्या है, ये है राइट टू चूज है उनका, वो
गलत है, वो गलत है। कोई उसको ग्लोरीफाई नहीं कर रहा है सर, कोई उसको नहीं कह रहा है कि अगर औरतें घूंघट से निकलेंगी तो उनकी इज्जत खत्म हो जाएगी। दैट इज द डिफरेंस, लेट मी से दैट वेरी क्लियरली।
मेरी बातों को अगर आप बोलने दे, अगर है, मैं सुनना था लगातार 20 मिनट तक सुना। अगर आप नहीं चाहती हैं अगर मैं अपनी बातों को ना रखूं तो ठीक है, मैं
पर मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, अगर आप इक्वेट कर रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि जिस तरीके से औरतें घूंघट में रहती हैं वैसे ही और औरतों को हिजाब में रहना चाहिए, वो गलत है।
लेट मी कंप्लीट।
किसी का ये कहना कि या तो मेरी बीवी घूंघट में रहेगी या नौकरी नहीं करेगी, वो गलत है। आई विल नॉट अलाउ एनीवन टू जस्टिफाई इट सेइंग कि if somebody stops his daughter from working and studying unless she is in a घूंघट, it is repressive, regressive, condemnable, not dignified, not dignified. It's misogyny, not dignity.
मेरी बातों को अगर कंप्लीट करने दे रही हैं आप,
क्योंकि आप कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं सर। लेट मी
मेरी बात
टू यू वेरी क्लियरली।
मैम मुझे सवाल पूछ लूं, बातों को कंप्लीट करने,
उनको
आप नहीं पूछिए, आप नहीं पूछिए,
उनको हाँ बोलने दीजिए, फिर आप सवाल पूछिएगा। हाँ,
अगर नहीं, अगर आप
आप पूरा कर लीजिए, सवाल पूछिए।
आप बोलिए,
नहीं है मेरे पास बोलने का तो मैं बोलूं भी ना। यहाँ
बोलिए।
मैंने कहा कि कुछ हमारी बहनें हैं जो हिजाब करती हैं, कुछ नहीं करती हैं, उनका ये यहाँ मुद्दा सिर्फ है, यहाँ इशू है हिजाब का नहीं है। यहाँ पे एसेंशियल रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिस ईआरपी का मुद्दा ही नहीं है। यहाँ पे टेस्ट फ्लोर ही नहीं करना चाहिए। जो करना चाहती है, पहनना चाहती है पहने, नहीं पहनना चाहती है नहीं पहने। आप क्यों उन पे है? उनका राइट टू चूज है उनके पास, राइट टू रिलीजन है उनके पास। अगर पहन के
आप सबको ले जा रहे हैं ना, एक सेकंड, लाइक आई सेड कि वो रिलीजन में है कि नहीं, ये हम एड नॉजियम डिबेट कर चुके हैं।
ईरान के अंदर
कर्नाटका हाईकोर्ट की रूलिंग आ चुकी है दैट यू हैव प्रोवाइडेड नथिंग टू शो इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर रिलीजन। You have shown nothing to prove that it is a part of your religion. I am saying, sir, सैयद हसनुल हक, जब आप कहते हैं, जब आप ये कह देते हैं कि अगर आप गैरतमंद औरत हैं तो आप हिजाब करेंगे, then you leave a woman with no choice. There is no choice. Her choice is that either you do the hijab or you are begairat. That is the problem. Who will choose?
I think एक छोटा सा सवाल
Who will choose to be ostracized and judged?
I think let's cool down.
When you link, sir, a woman's morality to a piece of clothing, you have left her with no choice.
हुसैनुल हक साहब, एक छोटा सा सवाल है आपसे। हुसैन साहब, एक छोटा सा सवाल है, उसका जवाब दे दीजिए। ठीक है, आप अपनी बात भी पूरी कर लीजिए, उसका जवाब भी दे दीजिए। Now listen to me. I have some professors known to me from जामिया मिलिया इस्लामिया as well as in ANU. उनकी जो बच्चियां हैं, they learn कथक, भरतनाट्यम, कुचिपुड़ी। तो क्या आपकी निगाह में जायज है? मुझे आप बोले जा रहे हैं, मेरा सवाल सुन लीजिए। सवाल सुनिए हुसैनुल हक भाई, अरे यंगा ब्रदर, आप मेरा सवाल सुन लीजिए। अरे सुनिए, सवाल सुनिए। क्या आप सोचते हैं मुस्लिम बच्चियां अगर भरतनाट्यम, कुचिपुड़ी, कथक जैसे डांस सीखें, इज इट वैलिड? क्या ये गैर इस्लामी है? ये जवाब दे दें बस।
वो भी कर सकती। मैंने कहा कि बख्श साहब भी फर्ज नृत्य कर सकते हैं, कथक कर सकते हैं, बख्श साहब भी, उनके पास राइट टू चूज है, उनके पास है, उनको कोई रोकने नहीं जा रहा। कोई मुसलमान बच्ची चाह रही है भरतनाट्य करना, वो भी करना चाह सकती है, कर सकती है। मैं तो सीधे कह रहा हूँ राइट टू चूज है, आप अगर चाहें अगर है तो करें।
अब आप बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं,
संविधान ने
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं, राइट टू चूज है।
But then why are you arguing? Okay, if it's right to choose, Priyanka Gandhi ji 3 months ago said that whether I wear a burqa or a bikini, it is a right to choose. Do you think that any of these girls who are insisting on wearing a burqa to school or a hijab to school can wear a bikini to school? Right to choose, right? Syed Hasanul Haq?
You trapped him.
आप जब ये कह रही हैं राइट टू चूज की बात अगर आप कर रहे हैं तो ये है संविधान में ये भी लिखा है राइट टू लाइफ टू राइट।
Sir, I am asking you a direct question. Right to choose is absolute according to you. The General Secretary of the Congress said, right to choose in our country is I will wear a burqa, I will wear a bikini. Since you are a right to choose absolutist, Syed Hasanul Haq, you please say right now that I support the right of these girls to wear a bikini to school.
पद्माजा ने आपको ट्रैप कर लिया है, यू आर नाउ ट्रैप। ना इधर जा सकते ना उधर।
आप कथक भरत कथक नाट्य कीजिए, आप बहुत अच्छा करते हैं
आप कथक छोड़िए ना। Why are you dancing around my question? Does the same girl have the right to choose a bikini like she has the right to choose a burqa according to you?
आप मर भी सकती हैं। अब ये भी तो कहा राइट टू।
आप बताइए ना भाई, बुर्का या बिकिनी, does she have the right to choose?
अरे भाई
देखिए, आप मानते हैं कानून से चलता है मुल्क, राइट? वी ऑल फॉलो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। तो ये बताइए, स्कूल ने, कॉलेज ने ड्रेस कोड बना दिया है, ये पहनना है नहीं पहनना है, क्या उसको फॉलो करना है? कि लाल स्याही से, काली स्याही से नहीं, नीली स्याही से लिखना है, इसको फॉलो करना है नहीं? इफ द स्कूल सेज राइट विद ब्लूइंग एंड यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग विद ग्रीनिंग, इज इट वैलिड? ये भी जवाब दीजिए।
पहन के जाए,
यहाँ कोई सवाल नहीं है आर्टिकल 25 या आर्टिकल 14 का।
Okay, Syed Hasanul Haq, I don't really think you have addressed that answer at all. Final question. Okay, आप हंस रहे हैं, you are making a false equivalence. आप कथक कीजिए, कथक है, बुर्का करिए, बुर्का है, it's all open. गार्गी नंदी राय, सैयद हसनुल हक का कहना।
मजा जी।
हाँ सैयद साहब,
Right. As I said, yeah, you have asked
जवाब
a very
दिया
interesting question.
एंड में एक बार और कोशिश करती है सैयद साहब, does the same girl who has the right to choose a burqa have the right to choose a bikini? Answer this, yes or no?
मैम सीधी बात है, आप अगर ये बात कह रही हैं, उनके पास अगर है जो घूंघट हिजाब पहन रही है वो भी बिकनी पहन के जा सकती है, तो बोला नहीं जाता भाषा को आप है,
yes they do and they should
जा सकती है।
I'm saying yes they should,
वो अगर चाह रही है जाना,
there is no doubt in my mind they should।
आप पहन के जाए।
Any woman in a घूंघट should be encouraged. She tomorrow wants to wear a bikini, she wants to be a swimmer, she wants to wear it for fun, she should wear whatever she wants, if allowed there by the uniform.
And we men are no moral police for these girls.
I mean, wear that in a school, they can wear to a swimming pool or a sea beach. That's the thing, there's this place. So the institutions have rights to accept that, Mr. Hassan.
मुद्दे की बात यही कर रहे हैं सर कि कहने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है that you can choose between a burqa and a bikini, but when women athletes wanted to participate in a swimming event, they were told to wear a burkini. That is also a truth. तो वहां पे जो उनका right to choose क्या था, इसका जवाब ना आप देंगे ना कमर जमान चौधरी देंगे।
फतवा दे दिया था कि आप बुर्का पहन के लॉन टेनिस खेलिए।
Exactly. So let's leave it at that. How much of a choice is available is apparent to everyone, sir. But when we try and gloss over, rank discrimination against women as some kind of choice, it's the biggest disservice to the idea of feminism. Let's be absolutely clear about that. Thanks very much, all gentlemen. Gargi Nandi Roy for joining me. Quick break.